Now I will have a proclamation to read for a fair housing proclamation. Whereas April 2014 marks the 46th anniversary of the passage of Title VIII of the Civil Rights Act of 1968, commonly known as the Federal Fair Housing Act, and whereas the Idaho Human Rights Commission Act has prohibited discrimination in housing since 1969, and whereas equal opportunity for all, regardless of race, color, religion, sex, disability, familial status, or national origin, is a fundamental goal of our nation, state, and city. And whereas equal access to housing is an important component of that goal, as fundamental as rights to equal education and employment, and whereas housing is a critical component of family and community health and stability, and whereas housing choices influences people's exposure to crime and drugs and their access to education, employment, social and cultural resources, and health care, and whereas we have enacted laws to ensure equality of choice for all transactions involving housing, and whereas the mission of the city's Fair and Affordable Housing Commission includes researching, analyzing, and recommending to the mayor and council ways in which the city may further fair housing practices, and whereas among the duties of the Fair and Affordable Housing Commissions are to review the city code analysis and impediments to fair housing and action plans each year, and to recommend changes as it may deem necessary, and whereas ongoing education, monitoring, and public outreach are keys to raising awareness of fair housing principles, practices, rights, and responsibilities, and whereas barriers to fair housing will only be eradicated through broad-based and consistent cooperation, commitment, and support. Now, therefore, I, Bill Lambert, Mayor of the City of Moscow, do hereby proclaim April 2014 to be Fair Housing Month in the city of Moscow, and I urge all citizens to support programs and policies that prevent or eliminate discriminatory housing practices. Is there anybody here from Fair and Affordable Housing tonight? There is not, so we'll carry on.